Hi, Mark. Keith calling from Ontario.
Oh, Keith, well, welcome back to the show. Keith with nostateproject.ca, the Canadian No State Project. Welcome back.
That's correct. Thank you so much. I just wanted to call in and update my little experience with the tax tag incident.
Yes, and I have spoken to the. You got me the contact information for the judge, and so I have left messages, and I'll keep doing that and see. Maybe you'll give me a call back. But tell us what happened, because this is something, and I know you've got a transcript coming of this.
Yes, I did purchase transcripts, and I had to get the application to file an appeal without paying the fine. So to file an appeal, I had to buy the transcripts, which is fine. I already did that before I went in and talked to them about the appeal. And of course, there's 3 different papers. One to note, one is if I'm late with an appeal to extend the time to appeal, and one is to appeal without paying the fine. And then there's another one, the Notice of Appeal under Section 135 of the Provincial Offences Act. So there's 3 different yellow copies there, and of course I'm going to fill out the one that without paying the fine, because at the end of this, the pretense of fairness was completely out the window. After, of course, 4 questions, which provided by you to empower me to do this, I was very nervous going in there. I said I was, intimidated. But before that, when you say you sign in as a plea of guilty, going to pay the fine, well, the bailiff or whatever she is, a Crown attorney, whatever she is, it was unheard of for me to say this, and actually kind of mocked me and said, this really isn't hard. This is quite easy process. And of course, I turned to her and says, all due respect, ma'am, this is hard for me. It's my first time. So anyway, I did record it. They had my initial wrong, blah, blah, blah. We went ahead. Do you want a trial or not? She said, of course, I thought that's what this piece of paper is for, and this is what I thought we were here to do today. So anyway, it was awkward just to even start with these folks. So I'll go on to the first questions. I asked the judge, fair trial, meaningful hearing. Oh, yes, of course. And just right to the book, Mark, right to your book. It just unfolded in front of me. And, of course, the nerves, the intimidation were there for me. I was alone. I was last. 3 p.m. was the day, or the time, sorry. And then, of course, do you want to go ahead with the trial? Because I asked. The third question was, is there the injured party? Is there an injured party or evidence of an injured party? Well, I got steamrolled with the laws, the statute, the this, the that, and then again when I said too. Here's another point when I says, well, I'm not a lawyer, I don't understand the proceedings against people. But it's painfully aware that you're not a lawyer. So talking. Oh yeah. So this guy, Donald, the judge, actually impeached the cop himself by asking the second question after the elements. What are the elements? The valid cause of action. The cop said yes. And, of course, he's referring to the acts, the statutes, the law. And the second question was, of course, the elements. How many elements are in the valid cause? And, man, that just turned the courtroom upside down. That Crown attorney who was so obnoxious in the beginning, she couldn't say nothing. She's looking at the judge for help. The cop is blinking, and I tell you. But then the cop says, I don't know. And
nice.
The judge asked him this. Yes, the judge asked him the question again, and he says, I do not know, sir. And I said, well, that's with me. I'm ending this right now because right now the fairness of.
Well, Keith, we're gonna hold you over for the next segment. We'll finish this when we get back. My name's Marc Stevens. You're listening to the No State Project, where we're sticking it to the man, one show at a time. Number here to join us: 218-632-9399. 218-632-9399. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away. Well, we want to get back to someone who's been sticking it to the man in Canada. Welcome back to the show, Keith.
Hi, Mark. Thanks. Sorry, I was getting a little excited there telling the story. If I was talking too fast, I apologize.
No, that's okay. We'll have Calvin's going to edit out your entire call anyway, so don't worry about it.
Probably. Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Cal. Again, it got to the second question, impeaching the cop with the elements, and the judge asked him the question again, and because I don't know why, but he did. He impeached his own man, and of course, at that point, I says with pretense of fairness is no longer present here. This should be thrown out. The charges against me should be thrown out. This trial is a farce. This should be stopped right now. And your witness can't answer the question, whether it be responsive or not. He doesn't even know. But he said, and then, of course, I guess I got bulldozed by the judge, Donnie.
Tell us what the admission was. Tell us the admission, what he told you.
In closing, the valid cause of action. So in closing, he says, yes, there is no valid cause of action. And yes, these proceedings and charges and the sum of the charge should be dropped against you. But I'm going to charge you anyway.
Oh!
It looks at me. Richard looks over across the desk at me like, well, too damn bad. You lost anyway, son. Yeah, I was like, oh, my goodness. Do you have any more questions? And, of course, at that, it's defeat. For me, I felt defeated and like, okay, I do not have any more questions. I was just, oh, my goodness.
Well, let me point something out here to everyone that's listening. Look, you shouldn't have felt defeated at all. You got it, and you're going to get a transcript that we could put up on my website and your website that people can see that you got a judge. I mean, yeah, it was Canada. It's, American light. But it was still a judge stating that he agrees with you that there's no valid cause of action and that it should be thrown out, but he's going to do it anyway. He's going to charge you anyway. I got to tell you, I'm going to. I was. Yeah, I think I think you did a great job.